Hi everyone, Cheryl here from Love and Light Yoga, and thank you for joining me for this postpartum stretching routine. So this stretching routine is safe and gentle enough for you to practice in the days and weeks after giving birth. It is also safe for both vaginal and C-section deliveries, but of course if anything doesn't feel quite right, please don't force anything, listen to your body and stop. I myself am a mum of two, so I know that it can be difficult to fit in a stretching or exercise practice when you have little ones. So this will only be 20 minutes long. You can do this maybe while your baby is napping, or maybe you can have your baby right here on the mat with you. And you can stop this video or pause it anytime you need to and come right back to it again whenever you get the chance. So all that being said, meet me on your mat and let's begin. Okay, so let's begin our practice by meeting in a easy, comfortable position in the center of your mat. I'm in cross-legged. You don't have to be. You can take any other position that feels good for you. But go ahead and just take the hands onto the knees, relax the shoulders and sit up tall, and maybe close the eyes. And we'll just start here. Before we take on any movement or stretching, just taking a very quick second to find our breath. So start by taking a few deep inhales, maybe through the nose, and nice long exhales out. And finding this moment at the beginning of our practice can be so important, just to set the tone for the rest of our practice today. I know that as mummies, especially as new mummies, it can be quite difficult to find a moment of stillness and a moment of silence. So it's just taking this time to breathe. In your own time, take 3 more deep breaths. And then after your 3rd exhale, you can gently open back up through the eyes, and we can start to find a little bit of movement. So as we inhale, we're going to take both hands all the way up to the sky and draw the palms together, and exhale the hands through center. And again, take a big inhale, sweep those hands up nice and high. Exhale, hands come through center. Final time here, inhale to reach up, this time looking all the way up in between the fingertips. And exhale, the hands come down through center. Let the hands relax down onto the legs or the knees, and tuck your chin in towards your chest. Nice. From here, keep the spine nice and long. Let the head feel really heavy, and just start to take one ear to one shoulder. And then bring the chin back through center, opposite ear to opposite shoulder. And continue in this way, just gently rocking the head from side to side. Let the shoulders stay nice and soft and away from the ears. Allow the head to feel heavy. Just loosening up and stretching through the neck, through the upper back. And then the next time that we have the right ear towards the right shoulder, we're going to stop and hold it here. And we should start to be getting a nice deep stretch through the left hand side of your neck. And if you're not, or if you want to feel it a little bit deeper, we might lift the left hand out and stretch it away. Stretching through that left arm. Take one more big deep inhale and a full exhale. And then the left hand comes back to the knee. Go ahead and take the left ear towards the left shoulder. And again, just hold it here. So finding that deeper stretch through the right hand side of your neck. And if we're not feeling too much, or if you want to intensify it, we can lift the right hand away and stretch the fingertips away. Lengthening that arm away, increasing this stretch, and keep breathing. You can take one more big inhale and a full exhale. And then right hand comes back to the knee and pick the head back up into center. Nice. From here, we're going to inhale, take both hands up again. This time as we exhale, we drop the right hand to the floor and reach up and over with your left. And we're just going to hold it here. And it doesn't matter how low we get. Maybe today we stay up really high, or maybe today we start to bend into the right elbow. We might start to come a little bit lower. But your body here will let you know where feels right for you. So when you feel that need to stop, that's when you're going to stop and just breathe. Just stretching and lengthening away the left arm, reaching into the fingertips. Take one more deep breath here. And then come back to center, both hands up. And same thing, other side. Ground the left hand, reach up and over with your right. And just like before, your body will let you know where to stop. So just come as far over to the side as you need. And then stop and just focus on the breath. Inviting that deep stretch in through the right hand side of your body. Take one more deep breath here. And then come all the way back up through center, drop both hands, and take a few big rolls through the shoulders. Nice. If that felt pretty good for you, you can go back into that stretch and hold again, or maybe we start to take the movement a little bit faster. So let's plant the right hand back to the floor, and as we reach over with the left, we're going to find a little pulse, switch it to the other side, reach the right fingertips over, pulse, coming to the other side, pulse to the right, and pulse to the left. Nice. So just find your flow here, find your rhythm. You don't have to move super fast. You can if that feels good. But we're just coming to one side, finding a pulse, and then using the core to pull you back up. Remember to keep breathing. Almost done here, just another couple more each side. And then take whatever else you need, take your last one just to even yourself off. And then come back up through center, drop both hands, and just take a few more big rolls through the shoulders. Nice. From here, we're going to come forwards and we're going to meet on our hands and our knees in our tabletop. So come on into tabletop, wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips. And from here, we're going to take a few cat-cow. So as we inhale, we're going to look forward, drop the belly, point the tailbone nice and high. As we exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, press into the mat and round your back. Inhale, roll the spine forwards, drop the belly. Exhale, chin to chest, engagement through the core. Nice. Inhale, we roll forwards. And exhale, everything under. Just breathing slowly here. Once again, just finding your own flow. We don't need to move too quickly. Let's take one more full round of breath here. So an inhale and an exhale. And then we'll meet back in center, back in our tabletop. Nice. From here, we're just going to start to think about taking the entire upper body into some big circles. So sending the weight of your hips back towards your heels and then circling everything forwards and around. Just so that we're bringing a little bit more movement into the entire body now. And we're starting to loosen up our wrists and our shoulders and our hips. Remember to keep breathing so we're never holding the breath. And then go ahead and switch directions at some point, take a few the other way. And we might start to notice that this movement becomes a little bit bigger each time as our body starts to naturally open up. Nice, and then the next time that we have the bum reaching back towards the heels, we're going to stop here. Maybe take the toes together, maybe open the knees nice and wide, and then just drop yourself down into your child's pose. Maybe today your forehead comes to the mat, or maybe that's not within your practice today. Maybe we want to bring the forehead on top of stacked hands. But just take a few deep breaths here, breathing into your back. Deep inhales and slow exhales. Finding one more breath here. And then slowly rolling back up into your tabletop. So we meet back on the hands and the knees. And then from here, we're going to find a little bit of engagement through the core. So imagine here that we are pulling our tummy button back towards our spine. Imagine that we are flattening out the low back. And we should feel all of these hands and the knees. So from here, we're going to take the left leg away and we can keep the toes on the floor. If that feels easy enough, we're going to take the right fingers away and we can keep them on the floor. And we might choose to stay here, engaging the core, or maybe we want to lift the right hand and the left leg. Keep your gaze down towards your mat and hold it here and keep breathing. Deep inhales and exhales, connecting to your core, to your center. Keep stretching the fingers forwards and the toes back. Take one more breath. And then drop the hand, drop the knee. Keep the core engaged as we send the right toes away. We can keep them connected to the floor. We can send the opposite fingers away, so left fingers away. We can keep it on the floor. And again, we might choose to stay here, just working on our balance. Or if we're feeling good, maybe we want to lift the right leg, lift the left arm. Keep your gaze towards your mat so that we have this nice long spine. And keep breathing. Grounding into the mat here. Connect to your core. Take one more full breath. And then drop the hand, drop the knee, come back to tabletop. Nice. Now we're going to find a little bit of movement. So we're going to slowly work from side to side. So come back to that first side, and we're going to reach the right fingertips forward, send the left toes back. And bring the hands and the knee back to the floor. Other side, reach the left fingers forwards, right toes back, come to center. Back to the opposite side. So we're reaching opposite arm, opposite leg away, and drawing everything back to the center. So just working through this in your own time. It doesn't matter if we are going super fast or super slowly here. What matters is we keep that connection with our core. As we pull the arm and the leg back in, imagine that movement, that energy coming from your core to pull everything back to the center. Let's take just a few more each side here. If we need to stop for a break at any time, of course we can. And then maybe make this your last one. And then come back to center and take one more child's pose. So toes together, knees apart, reach the fingers forwards, take the forehead down wherever it needs to be. And slow down your breath. Noticing here how your body's feeling. Take one more deep breath. And then after your exhale, slowly come back into your tabletop. And we're not going to be in this tabletop for very long. We're going to be finding a low lunge. So we'll start with the right leg first. So we're going to step the right foot up and in between the hands. And it doesn't matter how we get there or how long it takes us to get there. But the right foot is forward and the left knee is back. And then we're going to lift ourselves up, maybe bring the hands onto the knee if that helps. And we're going to send the hips forwards. So what we want to feel here is a big deep stretch through the very front of your left hip. And we're just going to hold it here, breathing deeply. And we can keep the hands on the front knee for support. If we are maybe feeling a little bit more energized today or a little bit stronger, we might reach the hands up to the sky. Take 3 deep breaths here. And then after your third breath, go ahead and bring the hands back to the floor. We can straighten out through that right knee and step the right knee back. Lovely, same thing, other side. So left foot steps forwards in between the hands. It doesn't matter how long it takes us to get here. And then we're going to lift the upper body up and we can rest the hands on the front knee as we send the hips forwards and down. Again, aiming to find this big deep stretch through the very front of your right hip flexor. Also slightly engaged through the core so that we're finding this balance and this strength. And then we might stay here, or maybe we inhale as we reach the fingers up. Finding grace and strength in this pose. Take 3 more deep breaths. And after your third breath out, bring both hands back to the floor, shift the hips back, and step the left knee back. From here, go ahead and sit the bum back onto your heels and come into this kneeling position. If this kneeling position is uncomfortable for the knees or the hips, just take any other position that feels good for you. And just take a second here to close your eyes. And also take a second to reconnect to your breath. So just as you did at the very beginning of this practice, we started our practice in a place of stillness and of connection. And that's where we will end our practice today, is back in this space. So deepen your breath and remind yourself of all of the reasons why you stepped onto your mat today. Maybe for the physical stretch, maybe to regain strength in the body, maybe to stay healthy and active for our baby, or maybe for a little bit of headspace and mental clarity. Take one more full deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And then whenever you are ready, you can gently open back up through the eyes. And if you wish, you can inhale to take the hands up one last time. Bring the palms together and exhale your hands to your heart. And namaste, mummies. Thank you so much for practicing with me on your mat today. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you would like to see more like this, please subscribe and have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.